I think that if you're willing to walk into a tattoo shop and talk to someone, if that's within the realm of possibility for you, to walk into a tattoo shop and talk to someone about doing your tattoo, and you're willing to show them the tissue that you're working with, you will either get the response of I have nothing to do with it because that skin's too thin, or I'll give it a shot. And then you have to be willing to take that chance. I think the best thing to do is do your homework a little bit and try to find someone in your area who maybe has done this. And if they have them show you photographic proof of the work they've done. Look at the photos. If you look at the photo and the photo that you see, you can live with that on your breast, then maybe that's worth a try. And talk to them and get a feeling for how it feels. If you feel comfortable with them, if you feel like there's some kind of connection that you can feel comfortable with them, then go ahead and do it if you feel like that's okay with you. You can always call here and talk to us about it. We can direct you somewhere. There's a website called the Pink Ink Project, and that website has people that I'm a part of, that we've kind of vetted some people that we've had them send photos. We've looked at those photos. We've determined that, yes, these people are probably qualified enough to do it. They're from all over the country and all over the world, and you can get on that website and then find out maybe there's somebody in your area who does this, or somebody relatively close to you who does it. But you're always welcome to contact the Pink Ink Project or us here, or anyone in your area, and say, look, I need to see the photographs of your work. If they don't show you photographs, you don't get the tattoo. I would never go to somebody to get a tattoo and say, I want a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and they're like, I don't have any pictures of the portraits that I've done. I wouldn't get the tattoo. So make sure you look at the photos, talk to the people, make sure you feel comfortable with them. Of course, make sure that they're using universal precautions and autoclaves and all the things they're supposed to use, which most tattoo shops these days are. And then if you feel comfortable, you can move forward. But remember that tattoos are permanent. If you get a tattoo that's bad, you'll have a bad tattoo forever. So, do your homework and make sure that the person who you have tattooing is qualified to do that thing. Insurance coverage in this particular field, it's required by law. It's the Women's Health and Breast Cancer Rights Act of 1998 that covers all aspects of breast reconstruction, start to finish, including tattooing not at a medical facility. So that's guaranteed you by law. Insurance companies will not want to pay, so they will refuse you and refuse you and refuse you based on all kinds of criteria, like I'm not a healthcare provider, it's not a medical facility, he's not an MD, he doesn't have an MD on staff, all these things. So they're going to refuse it. If you continue to follow up with it, most insurance companies realize that they're obligated by law and they'll end up reimbursing something. The cost can vary from $400 or $500 to $5,000 or $6,000, depending on who does it. Your doctor's offices primarily are billing more than your average tattooer would charge. Somewhere between $500 and $800 is probably the norm for something like this, if you're going to someone who's experienced and understands what they're doing. If you go to somebody who's charging $100 for it, I would question their motivation and what it is and their knowledge of what they're doing, because it's not an easy thing to do, and the risks of doing this type of tattooing can be very high. And if you don't watch what you're doing and you're not very careful, you can cause a lot of problems.